like this tape right here literally saved my life. And that story is, I was with my friends and this tape was coming out, and I knew a tape store that, you know, albums back then come out on Tuesday, but I knew somebody, they were selling them on Monday. It was like illegal back then, but so I needed a ride to the tape store to get the tape. But they said they were going to the east side of Detroit first, and then they would take me after. I was like, nah, I'll just catch the bus. So I caught the bus to the tape store, bought this tape, go to school, and everybody like, oh, how you get, like, this is when this shit first came out. Like, I remember that with the Chronic, and I remember that with this. Like, I was the coolest nigga in school because the nigga, nobody had this. So that's why I'm saying how people was doing this, like, oh, like, passing around, and the teacher's like, man, what is that? Like, put that, like, I was
causing
almost
a
like,
disturbance,
disruption. Yeah, before he put it in his desk. But so I'm, you know, I'm on the bus, and I'm like, oh shit, let me call my niggas and see what happened. Like, man, and they end up getting like in a shootout, and the car totaled over. One person died, and the other person was like in a wheelchair. So it's like,
damn,
I could have been in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You was on your path, and you wouldn't let nobody take you off.
And that's why every time I've told Raekwon this once, twice, you know, I'll say it every time. Like, this tape saved my life, nigga.
Yeah. Yo, welcome to the TLE podcast. We can talk about anything, but we love to talk about how we get to a bag. It's the number one host, A-Rod. You know I got my co-host with me.
The God's Inc. You know the vibe, we here.
And you know I got...
NuFace was here.
Yes, sir.
Not there, but here, baby.
Yeah.
TLE podcast. What's poppin', fellas?
Man, we finally done got NuFace. That's crazy.
Nah, man, it's funny. It just watch one episode, you know how the algorithm go, then I just see y'all popping up on the YouTube, like, okay, let me just watch this, and okay. Yeah, I just love to see the evolution and when people started. So when I got the call, you know, it's only right I pop up, man, and make it official.
Damn, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate that. All right, man. So we're gonna tell your story from the beginning, but I want to let's. You was just talking about the growth evolution. Let's start with like what you just last got done doing. Like, you was telling me you was working with like Brandy and Monica.
Oh yeah, we just did the Brandy and Monica tour. You know, surprise guest, Young Blood. Shout out to Sean Paul and J-Bo, Young Jock. You know, we popped up, did that one. Saw my dude Slim from 112 up in there. They got their tour on the way with Total and Case. We just did an exhibit at the International Airport featuring like hip hop culture, everything, celebrating beyond the 50 years of hip hop, because now we 2 years after the 50 years of hip hop. So me along with Jazz of Earwax Records, Coalition DJs, Talib Shabazz, a whole collective of people, we just kind of filled the International Airport. So if you go over there, you'll see like, I got my jacket that I took to the Atlanta Falcons game. It was a game where celebrating 50 years of hip hop, and every rapper was invited to that game. And so I went
Damn,
there.
every rapper?
Atlanta rapper, yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, every Atlanta rapper to celebrate Atlanta and hip hop. They were all invited, and I went, and I wore this brand new Atlanta Falcons starter coat, brand new white. And then when I first got in there, I walked in with DJ Jelly, shout out to him. But then I seen MC Shy-D, and I seen Mojo. And if you don't know, Mojo is, you know, Atlanta's official first rapper ever. So I was just like, dang. And then I seen Raheem the Dream. I was like, man, it just was like, sign my jacket. And that's when it really started. And I was like, then I get inside, and then people know me for getting autographs. Then it just turned into, oh, no, I got to sign. Like, they just seen those three.
Yeah.
And then, man, by the end of that,
It went crazy.
that game, man, that jacket is legendary, from the mayor of Atlanta, the Ludacris, and Bittersweet. Autographs from Rico Wade, DJ Unk, Scooter, Rich Homie Quan. Like, they no longer here. So, like,
Yeah,
looking back,
that's Priceless.
Yeah, that jacket is priceless, and so now you can see it at the Atlanta International Airport now. So we just wrapped that one up. 85 South Show was about to do State Farm Arena for their annual Atlanta show. You know, so we just popping up on people, and you know me, I'm gonna pull up to concerts and comedy shows and things like that. So I'm just doing what I've been doing.
Okay. All right. Now let's rewind. Where did this? How did this all happen? Where did this start? Your love for?
Yeah. Originally born in Detroit, Michigan. Born and raised Detroit. Stayed there till, you know, I took a trip, and college trip. It was a picnic, and it was called Detroit Alumni for Clark Atlanta University. And they were just kind of recruiting people that was from Detroit to check out and possibly enroll in Clark Atlanta University or HBCU.
Oh, damn.
I was
like
familiar,
real specific.
Yeah, I was familiar with, you know, Do the Right Thing, Different World, shows like that, where, you know, and so I was just interested.
What about School Days?
Yeah, School Days, that type of vibe. So I was like, okay, and, you know, and it's black people. So I'm like, okay. Then you see things like, you know,
Freaknik.
Outkast. Yeah. And so, you know, so prior to that, it started with, you know, early on, I was cartoons and comic books and G.I. Joes and Transformers until my father took me to the mall, me, him, and my cousin, and took us to the store and bought 3 Adidas tracksuits, 3 T-shirts, and 3 shell-toe Adidas, and all matching. The black one with the 3 red stripes. And so I'm like, you
That y'all was Run DMC?
yeah, it's the same one. So I'm like, I'm 6 years old, so I'm thinking I'm about to just be the freshest little nigga in school the next day.
Yeah.
Not thinking nothing of it past that. Then we all changed. And I just remember him like throw the old clothes away, like giving it to the people on some like hustler type shit. Like, oh, we cool, we got the new stuff. We go to a building called Cobo Hall, where I've been there before, but it was like a circus and then big trucks, like monster truck shows and things like that. But I get there full of people, black, white, women, Hispanic, you know, all old, young. We see 3 white boys on the stage, and this eventually becomes the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
Next, you see a brother on the radio with just him rapping, talking about his radio, and this is LL Cool J. And then we get to a part where it's 2 rappers with Adidas on, and the DJ, Jam Master Jay. This is eventually, you know, Run DMC, who we know him as today. But we get to a part where they say, if you got Adidas, take your shoes off and put them in the air. And so I'm still not even registering Adidas, nothing of that. You know, but I'm seeing other people do it, and then it clicked. Like my dad was like, oh yeah, they doing it. So I'm like, oh shit, you know, oh, I got Adidas, like, so I can do this. And so that was like the clicking moment, like, oh shit, this is like I didn't know what it was called, but it was eventually hip hop. But I'm like, no, this is like a collective of people loving, all appreciate all this culture of music. Stuff like that. So, you know, prior to that, you know, I gave up like all the comic books and stuff, and ever since that day, it was magazine, Source magazine, rap pages, rap sheets, cassettes, vinyl, like any posters on my wall of rappers and things like that. And when people say like, how long you been collecting, I still have that ticket stub. I never threw that ticket stub away, and now I got a mass collection of maybe 10,000 ticket stubs of shows I've been over the years since that first show. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it started. To fast forward, like we said, me visiting and being introduced to Atlanta, they invited us on a field trip, a college trip, to check out the campuses. So that's Spelman, Morehouse, Morris Brown, Clark Atlanta University, and come and visit. And so I visited, came in, and it was like, you got 2 hours to kind of, you know, free time, basically. I hopped on the MARTA bus. I didn't even know it was MARTA. You know, I just hopped on the bus.
Yeah.
On some,
you didn't really know nothing about this city, so you just...
Yeah, so this bus rides, then it gets stuck in traffic. And then I'm looking out, there's women on cars, this dude with gold teeth, with perm, girls twerking on cars. I'm seeing Too Short. I saw Crisscross. I seen Redman. Like, I'm just seeing, like...
While you was on the bus, you seen all these people?
like I'm seeing, I'm hearing songs. Like, and
what
I'm like,
bus you got on? Hold on. This shit sound like a movie.
Joint. The whichever one that came by Clark Atlanta University.
But it's just like, but the specific time you was on that bus, you seen a lot. And now I
Yeah.
already know back in the day it was different. Like people was
bro.
more outside, personable, whatever. But that specific bus ride, that shit that sound like a movie, bro.
Yeah, exactly, type shit.
Yeah.
So it's almost this shit was like destined. Like
Yeah, and you know, when you see, and I did that, and you know, I've seen all these people on TV, but I'm like, yo, this is damn, that's him, that's so and so. So I went back home like, nah, I'm coming. I'm CAU, yeah, that's it. I'm sold. Like Clark Atlanta is gonna be it.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm telling my family like it's college, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm getting a camcorder. The next Freaknik, I'm about to be out there. Like, yo, it's about to be lit. Son. Like,
that was just the cover.
Yeah, it was like, yo,
I'm going to school.
so I did, you know, I saved up money and, you know, ended up enrolling in Clark Atlanta University, stayed at Brawley Hall right next across. The funny part is like you see the brochures of Clark Atlanta had the campus and then they had trees and bushes, but when I got there, it's the fucking projects. Like, I was like, y'all didn't say this in the book. He had trees right there. So I'm in my head, I'm like, nigga, it's like Detroit. I'm like, this is like home, but okay. And I brought my world with me, like my whole room, like, you know, because my father went to the Army and he always told stories like the family kind of got rid of things. You know, like if you go to jail, like they just don't. So I didn't want to put that responsibility on my mother. So I brought like my whole cassette tape. I brought my whole room with me, put it in a dorm room, set it up like, you know, like a rap fans wall, like posters on the wall, boom boxes. I was even renting out VHS tapes, and I had a store. My first job was Kroger's, so I was.
Hold on, let me stop you for a second, because I went to college, right? And I remember taking everything back to college, and I remember leaving everything when I had to go back home that first time for the summer. What did you do with all your shit when you had to go back home?
Oh no, yeah, it stayed in the dorm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nah,
I mean, because I wasn't really. Yeah.
The college I had went to, we couldn't leave the shit in the dorm. We had to take it back, so it was different.
No,
It was like a restart every new year.
Yeah, like you literally had to take everything out your room. Like,
It wasn't like that.
shit.
No, for that whole first 2 years, I was in Brawley Hall, and the good part is I had a roommate for a little bit, and then he quit or whatever, military. He chose military, so now I got the whole dorm to myself and the freedom. Like I had a store. Like I worked at Kroger, so I was chips, blunts, ramen noodles, lighters, cereal, juice. Like I was hustling, bro. Like real time hustling. People would tell you I was renting out cassette. VHS and dubbing.
You was Blockbuster on campus?
Yeah.
Basically.
West End, yeah, essentially. And I was renting them shits out. So to your point, like it was once my father took me to that rap show that it was all clicked and it was all hip hop ever since. And then, you know, my first autograph when I got to Atlanta was Outkast. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the first group that they was like, oh, this new group gonna be at the campus tomorrow, and they signing autographs and they giving out the cassette single of this song called Elevators, Me and You. So I just hopped in the motherfucking line and like, oh, okay, I'll get mines and I'll get, you know, I'm gonna pop up and get mines, and this is fucking Outkast. And now you see them going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
See,
Yeah, going. Yeah.
see, hold on. So all right, hold on. So we don't have a whole lot of stories. We don't have people tell a whole lot of stories when they come here. But they don't
come
be
with
having
the artifacts.
They don't be having the memorabilia to back this shit up.
That's the difference with NuFace was there. I got the receipts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's big boy. That's my hand. Right? That's me, right?
Yeah. No, I could. You in the corner.
Yeah,
that shit is
that's
crazy.
My hand. Like
This
that's
Andre 3K when he was.
This shit not even in documentaries yet.
That's those cassette tapes. I still had that cassette tape. And the funny part I always share too is I go in the back and I seen two guys eating a food, Chick-fil-A. I never heard of we don't have that in Detroit. So I just kind of took a picture of the bag on some like, let me take, because this is go back home and tell people, man, I ain't never heard of this. Man, this
look what they got in the South.
Look who that is in the picture though. That's CeeLo Green and T-Mo.
Bro, I almost didn't recognize him, dog.
Yeah.
God damn.
And they're eating Chick-fil-A. So it's like, you know, years later. So my first autograph is Outkast. And now they in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The next week, the first concert was Goody Mob.
Let me see that picture.
You know what I'm saying? The first show was Goody Mob. It was them with Outkast and Channel Live and the Fugees. You know what I'm saying? They had a show, and it was a point where somebody threw a water bottle on the stage, and CeeLo just felt like offended, so he kind of jumped in the direction where the water bottle was at, like dive, like, and Andre like, that's why niggas can't have this, and then CeeLo writes a book maybe 2 decades later and talk about his life, and he talks about that story, and he's like, and I jumped off, and I'm sitting here like, CeeLo has done some great things and amazing things, but for him to write about it in the book and me like being there was like, oh shit, like I've been there for some historic moments, and that's kind of when I was like, no, I'm gonna just start saying NuFace was there, and that's gonna be my hashtag.
Trademarks.
Yeah. Facts. And I literally just did that this year. Trademarked that shit, LLC, make it a business.
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing it all these years just for passion and, you know, just for fun. But now people are like, you know, now, you know, being a part of the Rock the Bells cruise, they put my collection on the boat. We went from Miami to Bahamas, 4-day cruise, and just to see my collection on the boat and being a part of hosting the hip hop trivia is like a dream come true, because like I said, my first rap I ever seen was like LL Cool J.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
years later to have my collection on the
Rock the
Rock the
Bells.
Bells boat.
You was there in the beginning of rap.
Yeah. So it's just like a full circle moment, and not to just be a fan, but my lanyard say artist. So I'm having lunch and breakfast with Manny Fresh and Kid Capri and you know Big Boy and Little John. Like it's just too short. Like just walking around, and I'm just like, dang, like this is really a thing, because that boat was sold out.
Yeah.
So like, and that was the first Rock the Bells cruise, and now they're working on the next year's already. So it's like to be a part of that, and I'm sitting in the corner and just watching people look at, oh, I had that tape, or I had that, was just like a dream come true. So, you know, I just started doing that. And, you know, and I told you the Freaknik documentary, when I came back, I had the camcorder. So they just put out a Hulu documentary on Freaknik, you know, 2 years ago.
I seen it. That was
Some
good.
of my footage was in that, because I was that kid. Yeah, they commissioned me and paid me. Yeah, because I was that nigga walking around with the camcorder for real.
You literally said that. You was like, nigga, I'm going back
and
to
who
see.
would know that years later that footage is
Would've
like,
been,
would be
yeah.
valuable.
That was a good documentary
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
That was
And
real
and it's
good.
funny, like they paid me for, they said 12 minutes, but initially they only used like maybe 12 seconds. I still got paid for the 12
The
minutes.
whole thing.
But my shit was so graphic. Like I didn't even want to get on the tape. I was like, I set the VCR up in my house, and the execs came to my house and watched it. And I'm like, because I don't, you know, I
that's
don't want
hard.
How
y'all
does
to.
that feel to be able to say, now y'all got to come to my house to watch it? You talking about executives of Netflix?
Yeah, the series.
Yeah, how
'cause
does that feel?
You know, because I always talk about, when people talk about independent and having the power, it's like, well, how bad do you want it? But I just know that I didn't want, you know, on the internet, we can put our hashtag or a watermark on it. But if I give you this tape,
Yeah.
and
it's
I
no
ain't
telling
seen
what
it
could
in
happen.
years, I don't know what, I ain't watched it in years. I was there, but I want to be able to be like, all right, what do they like about this, or what did they use? So even when because on the documentary, it's, I mean, I get my credit in the credits, but you wouldn't know which is my footage.
Right,
I
right.
know which was my footage. Like, so when I seen it, I'm like, oh shit, okay, that's me. That's me. Okay, cool. But that was the concern, was like, I didn't want them, because they might do a part 2 and then be like, oh, we done got footage from the first time, and we're gonna use this and don't pay me.
Yeah, only
Or
pay
they
you
don't-
once. They can be, the business be
so
real.
I was aware
Yeah.
of that. So to your point, it felt
You played
good.
that the right way. Damn.
Yeah, so that's how I moved that, and that's how I kind of monetized what I've been doing for years for fun, just on some, like, you know, this is a business. You know,
Hell
being
yeah.
able to do a concert and curate the space where the fans can come in and get paid for just doing what I was doing, or, you know, podcasts like Lou Will, 85 South. It's countless episodes of 85 South. You come to the end, and Carlos say, and we got our hip hop hoarder, NuFace.
Yeah.
And for me to pull out every pause to
Right,
everything.
you literally are
Snoop.
like a weapon, bro. Because it's like, no matter who in rap is on the episode, you walk in, it's like you already know the type of questions and you gonna make the show every time when it's that. That's when rap hip hop is the topic. So
Like you said, with any guest, like if it's
Yeah.
R&B, if it's comedian, you know.
yeah,
Eddie Griffin just had a show. I pulled out the Def Comedy Jam. The first time he was on Def Comedy Jam, and and 2 Chainz. He just did an in-store at DBS Sounds. I've been working with Fans Coalition. We started to bring back in-stores where artists do bring back vinyls and cassette tapes and CDs, and they come and sign it and meet the fans. And so we just had 2 Chainz. And so for him to be like, man, if I know where to come if I need my stuff. NuFace got everything.
Yeah.
Or DC, when the Snoop episode, he said, man, I ain't never seen NuFace bring this much stuff, because I mean, it's Snoop Dogg. He's dropped a lot of albums, and there was a time when he was on every magazine, and I bought every one. So for Snoop to be like, man, that's the shit I like to sign. Like, this nigga, like, man, how many covers? Like, he was up there counting. Like, man, I've been on a lot of covers. Like, And for him to say these things like, man, you sitting on $1 million, nephew. Like, okay.
You know you
What
got
about-
some. You know you got
Yeah,
some.
even-
What
Yeah.
about 50 Cent when he called you to the airport?
Yeah, that one. The boxing ring. We was in the ring, in the boxing ring. That's when he signed the Get Rich or Die
shit.
Trying. Right there. That's that's classic. That's
Bro, that was my
autograph.
grandmother's favorite album. Like I used to wake up to that album. My grandmother, I come down, my grandmother cooking and listening to that.
Come
Like,
on,
what up,
man.
blood?
I ain't gonna lie,
My
even seeing the
grandmother,
CDs
like-
be crazy, bro. I'm just like, damn.
Yeah, nah,
I don't even think I don't even care. I'll be that
Oh,
young.
yeah.
I don't even think I seen this album like in person.
Oh, no, I remember that. My father had that in the car door, the side door. I remember picking that album up. But that's my grandmother's favorite album. Like, she listened to that joint every morning after that came out. Facts.
Look at that, man. Come on, it came with this DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Come with the DVD. Look at the jewels. This nigga was
My aunt had the
flossing
posters on the wall.
man.
Yeah, my aunt had the posters on the wall.
Artwork.
Facts.
Remember he had the bulletproof vest?
Yeah.
Come on, everybody wanted to be that nigga, bro.
Right.
And so for years, and that was funny because I put out, he was in the boxing ring. It was like, everybody else had the after party, and it was like, because I put out a post. I don't never be knowing, and people just see the picture. They don't know, like, I put out a post like, man, I'm just trying to meet 50 Cent. Like, and somebody hit me up, shout out to Queenie. She was like, man, they gonna be at this location. It's a boxing gym, but the only time you come is like probably about 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
I caught the Uber on the south side. And I was like, Mom, I'm gonna meet 50 and you live over here, just take me home or I'll go home with you. I set that up. But when I got there, he in there, boom, boom. He had just did the show last night, like literally like 4 hours later. Everybody went to after party. This nigga in the gym, 4 in the morning, didn't with the suit on, doing this, jump rope. And then they was like, he almost finished, knew his come your moment. So I go in the boxing ring and I just put every magazine, every CD out there. And he's just like, then when he came over, he looked at it, looked at me. He's like, yo, son, where the fuck? Wait, yo, what are you gonna do with this shit, son?
That's
Yo,
crazy.
son, what are you gonna do with this
What
shit?
was your answer to that question?
Nigga, just I want to put it in the museum, like, and I told him I'm gonna be doing the Rock the Bells cruise, so I'm like, man, and I always do this too. I may bring about 30 things or 10 things of every album of yours, but I'm gonna just be like, man, pick one or two. Like, I don't want to, but the most times they just keep signing, like, no, I got you, I sign that, but I never want to be like imposed and be like sign everything, because next time you're in town, at least I got something else to get backstage. So that was a dope ass moment to just see him in his element, like after sold out show at Lakewood Fort McPherson and then be in the gym, like doing this shit, and just being able to watch that. Like I don't try to be imposing it or change. Like I remember like Quantum or Back to the Future, like you just there, but if you do something, it might change.
Fuck everything up. Yeah.
Like I just want to be that's my era. Like it just be the fly on the wall. Like you know what I'm saying. And then if it's my moment, then I'll accept that. But I don't never want to be like, because I seen people do that and just fuck the whole vibe. Like you just I know artists are people.
Man, once you really understand that, that would be it just makes you understand everything else. I think people really do be forgetting that. And it's like it don't really be fair. Cause some people would literally put these people on such a big pedestal and forget, like, bro, they just like us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I see people do that, and I be like, you don't see the body language. Like the story is too long. Like man, like the whole, like I go to these meet and greets a lot, and that whole, man, I went to school with your mom and your uncle, and I knew your uncle.
Fuck that got to do with me today,
Right.
bro.
In the street,
Fuck
you remember
outta
him,
here.
and then let me call him and on the phone, like, and it just I'm sitting there like you
holding
not
that nigga up,
you not reading. He don't remember, and I know an artist that, man, I don't remember. Like myself, I know I'm known, but people be now starting to test me like, man, you don't remember me, do you? And I'd be like, yeah, but sometimes I kind of don't. But
Yeah.
I've
been a lot of places.
Yeah, so I can't remember everything, but I know as an artist, I see them get that so much, so I never do that. Like, I be in and out. Like my moment with this Nipsey Hussle, with that moment, like in the line with him, I got the, like, nobody in the world got this, bro. Like, you may have the cassette, because even when I had I showed them I had Nas and I had the purple tape. I showed them this, Cause Nas signed this
And you got the Raekwon purple
and
tape.
Raekwon
Let me see the
purple
Raekwon
tape,
purple tape, bro.
the original. Like this.
Oh man,
Come on, and then that's autographed, son.
I'm about to send a
That's-
picture of this to my mother.
That's the
and my
holy
Yeah,
grail
he's
right
about
there.
to-
This day, yeah, this
he about
day
to
era,
tweak
like,
out.
Nah, yeah.
So
He
when
about
I-
to do
yeah.
all the emojis.
Yeah,
Like,
so when I showed that to Nipsey, he was like, "Oh, you know, you official." Like, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, "No, I'm signing this part too." So it was like, and then maybe a month later, he was at the opera event, and I'm taking a selfie with my dog, Kerosene, and we take it, but Nipsey in the back throwing up neighborhood.
yeah.
And he like, I'm like, that's the best photo bomb ever. Like Nipsey
Yeah.
in the background.
Yeah.
But then when I walked over there, just dapped him up. He was like, "Man, you don't remember me when I signed your tape and you was with your daughters?" And I was like, cause you used to, like I
Damn,
said,
even you.
he remembered me.
Yes.
Like I could have, I could have been like, "Man, I met you." Like it was him that said that, and him doing this. Like usually you gotta ask to take the picture, but he was like this and like, "Man, I remember you and I signed a tape and you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and what you doing? I got the show tonight." Like he invited me to the show at Buckhead Theater, so it's just like and it just taught me like make an impression with these, they people, but you want to be remembered. I read this book called The Purple Cow, and it talked about like, you go to the zoo or you on the farm, you're gonna see what color cows you're gonna see.
The black and white.
Yeah, but if you saw a purple cow,
Yeah, no, you're stopping. You're gonna take pictures.
so when
I heard about that.
So when I go into an event, or if I'm networking, or if I'm in a room or an event, how can I be the purple cow? I want to do something that everybody else not doing. Everybody going up to the line of the meet an artist. Can you be on my mixtape? Can you do this? No, I'm like, man, I thank you for this song, man. I made this piece of art for you because I've been listening to your shit, man, and I got nigga every one of your albums right here, man. Pusha T, can you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I got a marker. You want to sign this? Or like, bam, it go Malice.
I remember my uncle had.
Damn.
Nah, bro.
Come on,
Nah,
this-
that's crazy.
and Lil Wayne, like, oh shit, like, okay, there go Block Is Hot, autographed by Wayne, like, while I'm in the room. Keep a Sharpie on me, but it's just like,
now this copy, I know about this.
and get the fuck on too when I leave. It's, like I told you, with the Outcast, right?
Yeah.
Players Ball, it's their very first single, bro. Like, this is their,
So that right there, just a single?
yeah, this is Player Ball. That was actually a Christmas song. It was on the soundtrack. That's
Nah,
their
you got the
first
word of
single.
mouth tape. Yo, me and my cousin got in trouble for listening to this on Sunday morning one time. I'm talking about them that got our
Oh
ass
yeah.
whipped for
Nah, you
listening
can't
to this
play.
on a
Yeah,
Sunday.
not on Sunday. You better.
Yo,
Yeah,
nah.
Nah, that happened to me too. Definitely had. Yeah, playing that BS on
Me.
Sunday morning.
Trap music.
Coming to America skit.
And the cassette though.
Nah,
That's
this is ill.
And like I said, once again, Purple Cow, like you may have the purple tape. You look on eBay, them shits is $1,000, but that's just like the tape. But it's yours signed by like Raekwon and Ghostface.
yeah.
And the CEO that own Loud Records, that own the
Nah,
label.
facts.
Like
It's
that's
the purple tape though.
and
That's
it,
Raekwon.
literally-
It's literally
yeah,
purple. Like
yeah.
he talked about that on plenty of
That's the
documentaries and
original.
interviews. Like he literally said, "I want a different. Like I want
yeah.
something totally
He
different."
wanted green, but they said it was supposed to be like money green, but the variation would have been different.
It wouldn't have really
They
been
all
money
wouldn't
green.
have been the same type of green.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he
So
went with purple. He's actually gonna be December 11th. Him and Mobb Deep, Havoc at Tabernacle. So I got my Raekwon singles and everything like that. But when we talk about like the first rapper that I seen, like I told you, it's LL Cool J.
Whoa.
His very first album. It just celebrated 40-year anniversary of this album. Salt and Pepper. So me to be on the boat with them. Gucci Mane. Like every
Let me see
autograph,
that.
bro.
This
Trap
is
House.
Damn,
This is crazy.
That's the originators right there.
this on Pepper Jump because I
And
got
that's before Spinderella. You
Listen.
see that ain't Spinderella.
in trouble for listening to Push It too. It didn't. Cameron and Dipset had did the remix to Push It. Yeah, like I got in trouble for listening to that version.
Yeah. And new artists are actually doing cassettes now.
Yeah, no, man. We talking about Conway just did the joint.
And hopefully they win a Grammy for this. It's the clips. Let God sort it out. Yeah. So and just from merchandise, I pull out the old cell phone. Pull out the phone, the beeper. I still got the beeper, the flip phone, the razor. Every phone that I had in life, I done had it.
Man, this man don't throw away shit.
Yeah,
Snoop
type
Dogg,
shit. Like, nah, what
Doggy
Snoop is
Style.
that? Doggy.
the first album, first
Nah,
one.
when Snoop said you got $1 million, he wasn't playing because bro, what you think this is like? What you think this is really worth? And it's signed, bro. This doggy style, like.
And the tape.
Yeah,
Like,
they
this
got
made
the-
him a
that's the
legend,
Death
like-
Row on the side.
Like,
Death Row
if he
on the
probably
side.
would have never dropped another album, he could have still
yeah.
been touring off this
Or
one
just, yeah.
album, just off this one album, bro.
So now they say
Like Snoop was
They
the
say-
first rap star for real, like
Yeah,
global,
and the most-
everybody.
they
like,
say
Most famous
I was about
rapper,
to
right?
ask
The
you,
most
they say
famous rapper,
Snoop Dogg.
period,
They
like-
say Snoop Dogg's the most famous rapper.
Nah, that's crazy.
So that's
I
like
agree.
100%.
Yeah.
nah, he, for sure.
Just
Bro,
because the like the
Martha
iconic
Stewart.
like
Worldwide, any
He
country,
up.
they may not
Yeah.
know no English, but they see Snoop Dogg.
he's
it's Snoop
universal.
Dogg.
Everybody's uncle.
Look,
bro.
you gotta
Yeah.
think. Who else
Universally.
dropped a porn, gangster rap, gospel rap,
Movies.
reggae, movies, acting? You know,
All
in
categories,
one.
yeah.
Show with Martha
Gospel,
Stewart.
Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Murder was the case. Jail. Dr.
bro.
Dre. Like it's just like
facts.
nobody
he
bigger
fits
than
the
him.
description of
and do
Like a rap
commercials.
star, like-
Snoop. What?
Big
the
lighter
Skechers,
commercials,
Core,
lighters,
Corona.
Yeah,
the he
Corona,
always-
like,
yeah.
it's like he don't say
like the
no
Shaq
to
of rap.
nothing. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
nah,
yeah,
exactly.
the Shaq of rap.
Nah,
There we go.
facts.
it's
Even
like
though
he don't
Shaq
say
did.
no to
Facts.
nothing.
Yeah.
I be saying that too. I like, what do he say no to?
Right,
Like, 'cause you see him doing everything. You know about the beeper days.
Whoa.
I still got my beeper. Like I just, like you said, I just never throw.
You ever
shit
seen
away.
a beeper?
Nah.
Because I was born in '93, so that I was still
That
around.
era.
I remember shit like that. My
So I
uncles
got
and them having
98.
shit like that.
So I gotta tell you, like how. So my father, he kind of was the one that had.
Look at his face. Look how confused he
Right.
is.
So do you understand?
Where you talking?
No, see, yeah. I know, right? Exactly. That's how they be.
So I don't understand it though. Like, all right.
So I'm gonna give you the and that's just a third generation of it. So beepers originally they wear it on their hip, and I would call because my father had one. So I would call the beeper number
Off a phone.
off a
a
phone,
house phone. Off a pay phone.
and then it'll go beep, and I say, "Yo, Dad, call me," and then he get a beep to say beep 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 beep. He'd pick up the phone, beep and press the button, and it say, "Hey, Dad, call me." That was the first generation of them. That's the second generation where you text it. And so I would put, and you couldn't text, it wasn't words. You would have to put 911 emergency, 411. What that mean? If you see 411, it's like, what's going on? You know,
Yeah.
911, like, man, get to the spot quick.
Yeah,
Like, or
right
and then,
now, emergency.
and it's funny, 304. Y'all know what that?
Yeah.
That was hope.
Oh, yeah.
And I
So
loved it,
now-
like it was all cold.
now we
like
saying it, yeah.
We all had this, even had the ebonics and the slang back then,
That's
but
crazy.
Yeah.
that's what those was. And so if you didn't want to use your phone, you had a beeper, and then you call from your phone. But then now they like, well, shit, we cut the beeper out, cut out the middleman, just put that on the phone.
You ain't got no
Then
two-way in there, bro?
next
No
day of
two-way
church.
pager?
Yeah. Nah, it's still at the house.
Two-way pager.
Still at the razor. Yeah, and even comedy. I still got the
The Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle first season.
Yeah, facts.
Signed by him. And we just got
Fucked up the game.
sports. Well, who got? And this shit's all autographed, man. This shit's all autographed. That's Chris Webber, Shaq, LL Cool J. We said first rapper. Rakim, autograph. KRS-One, autograph. De La Soul, that's autograph. Dominique Wilkins. That one, he got his whole
That's
That's the statue outside State Farm. That's,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the stat. This nigga the statue, bro.
Literally, yeah.
And we got Isaiah Thomas. I'm from Detroit, so that's like an honor to get him
Yeah,
to
facts.
autograph that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. This gonna all. It's Chris Brown celebrating 20 years of this, and this is when this came
just-
out. This is when he was a kid. This is not like I just got this. Like, and that's the other part too. I don't buy stuff that's autographed, or I don't buy I don't want it if I wasn't there and can't tell the story of when it got signed. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So people give me things, but most of the stuff in my collection is stuff that I'm able to tell a story and say, oh, yeah, I was at State Farm, or I was at, on Peachtree, and I saw him like in Bow Wow sign this at Rose Bar at 4 a.m. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I can tell that story, and that's like the difference. Once again, Purple Cow. Like, yeah, it's a lot of rap fans out there that get autographs, but how am I different? Like you said, I can call Fabo, I can call Mike up, and they'll answer, and it's not about the rap shit. Like, what's popping? Like, how you doing? How the kids doing? that
You a hip
that's
hop
more
historian.
Yeah, that's more
he-
important to me
yeah.
than like when the new single coming out, or when the rap shit, because they human.
Right.
And I'm a human too, so you know what I'm saying? That common exchange, and then that whole check on your strong friends. Like some of your favorite rappers, we have these real conversations. You know what I'm saying? So it's like how can we build them up? Like, cause they go through shit too. Like they look at me with being out with my daughters a lot, and they be like, man, I wish I can do that, but I got the show. And I wish I can be on the road getting paid and
Fuck you
doing tour.
talking
Like,
about?
so we
Right.
have this common exchange of mutual respect and not envy, but like, yo, I shit. But the fact that they realize what I'm doing, and I like, it's just mutual respect, and I love that. That's the best part about working with, you know, people called superstars, because you see that meme too. Why you support these superstars like you don't support your cousins, but these superstars kind of support me more than like my day ones. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, sometimes your day one been plotting on you since day two.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? I just realized that there's support that you want versus support that you need. When I drop a shirt or some merch or a concept, and I would love to see like my cousins or my auntie or my they names up there and my last name, but nigga, I see a Clifford Harris or a Michael Render or like, you know, rappers donating or buying the shit. You know, Lou Will from the Hawks and, you know, Underground Lounge. I see him supporting her. Bun B, like seeing they real names, like Big Tigger. Like people really show love to me, and it's like, do I complain about the niggas that I thought was my homie in my circle dropping a donation, or another nigga that's a rapper that drop $1,000 or $5,000 in my donation, you know, to my cause, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm gonna focus on them, and that's why my campaign, even on Instagram, is like just showing love and respect. Like it's a lot of shit I don't like, but I shine light on the real shit and people that, you know, show love, and not the shade room type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's somebody told me too. We respect you for what you do post, but we respect you more for what you don't post, because they know I be in rooms where like I could be on
shit.
I could be
I
like
never
this.
thought about
you know
that.
what I'm saying? I could and I can say those stories.
Imagine if NuFace was evil.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
NuFace
But
the
that's-
villain.
Yeah. And you turn my villain era like, oh, I got that footage. You don't want this out. Like, yo, Diddy, I was at them freak offs.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I got the part
Hey,
250. Like, you
yo.
know what I'm saying?
Damn, right.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? So
yeah.
it's like, imagine.
But that's real shit. Like,
But that's why I'm able to continue to be in those rooms.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the best part, you know, because I used to be in those rooms, and again, I was that fan, but I realized with my networking, like, again, being different. Everybody goes to the rapper. When the rapper in the room, everybody go to the rapper. Me, I'm looking at who holding the clipboard, who the manager, who the assistant, who the bodyguard, who the security, who. Let me network with them, so when we go backstage, everybody know me but the artist. Then they like, this is NuFace. And it's like, oh shit, I heard. Okay, yeah, now it's the reverse. That's how I started networking like that, because I just seen everybody going, and the rapper got, why you trying to be a rapper to a rapper? Like, they don't want to hear your song. They trying, like, I never understood that math. And I'm not a rapper, but I just never understood that. I would want me to provide something of value to the artist.
a rapper to a rapper.
Yeah, so
I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Yeah, like when rap, why they want to hear your song? They here to promote their album. What they
Yeah.
gonna sign you?
Right.
And then you talk about rappers signing rapper. Why I just never see that. And it's like when people DM me like, man, NuFace, I see you be going a lot of shit, man. I'd love to follow you or shadow you. And I'm just like, I respect it, but how does that play out in your mind? Like when I'm I like, because I don't never want to be the nigga like, you know, yo, NuFace, because I never know. I haven't bought a ticket to a concert, like, because Killer Mike's like, NuFace should never have to buy a ticket to a show ever.
That's facts.
And because what I used to do, I would buy the ticket, but then I wait in line, and then the artist or the entourage or their friends would see me and like, nigga, why you ain't call us? Or
Straight to the front.
Like,
Yeah.
and that was cool, and I go to the back and I walk in with it, but I'm like, damn, I spent my money. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
that's cool, and I'm fine with that, but I just stopped buying tickets. Now it's like, all right, showing up and like, all right, how I'm gonna get in this time? Because people, like I said, they see the finished product, they see my post and see me backstage, and they think it's real easy, like, or it's guaranteed that way. So when people say, can you shadow me? Like, I don't know what that looks like in their head. Like, because I want to, if they say, oh, we got your NuFace, who you with? Like, I don't hate, it's me, them, they're like, yeah, they are, I don't, no, it's just me. It's just me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be good with me every time, and I don't want to be responsible. You know, I
You-
watch
they,
them.
they would literally have to wear a shirt, NuFace Apprentice.
And you got them gangster movie like Casino and Goodfellas, and they talk about that. Like if I bring you in the room and I'm gonna say it's a friend of mine, that's
Gotta be a
different.
good fella. Yeah, facts.
But if it's a friend of ours, that's my code to you. Like I'm responsible for him. If I say it's a friend of mine, that's from the gangster movie. Like friend of mine, all right, I mean, but a friend of ours, I vouch for anything this nigga say, and if he do it, just holler at me.
Yeah.
Holler at me.
Yeah.
And that's why I move the way I move. Like I don't bring, and I do, and I learn from them experiences. That's why I move Dola like that. Like you, and like if I go to Tip House, how can I explain this? Who is this? You know, this my. Well, he just DM'd me. I never met him. Like I don't never see how that play out in their head. I know it takes a lot to reach out, but I just never see how people play that out in their head to like even what I mean. You gonna meet me in my like how like
right? Nah, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's difficult.
So that's how I learned to move, and that's really essentially what I'm teaching people too is like networking. How to Jay-Z got that famous line like how to move in a room full of vultures. Like you know what I'm saying? Like how do you get from buying tickets, the cheapest tickets at Birthday Bash, to now booking artists for Birthday Bash or being on stage with the artists on Birthday Bash and being on the Jumbotron. But remembering those days were like, man, like spending your last earned dollar on the ticket to now you working with the artist and breaking down, the bread because you booked that artist. You know what I'm saying? And before hoping I can meet the artist to now like can call them up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm just trying to show people. But the only way you can get to that point is if you added something valuable to that person. You provided, like I'm okay. Like people would tell you, like, man, you need like 85 South Show. Like Carlos needed water. You got the doc. He like Capri Sun, man. Like, or if he out and people giving you gifts, like I hold, like I take the picture. Like I'm not too above doing anything, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Like I work at Killer Mike's Barbershop. I help them with the social media. I post for them. They sell merch up there, but like I'm in there sweeping floors too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm ringing up stuff with them and I'm helping
Make
them.
yourself valuable.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
An asset rather than a liability.
Yeah, and that's the difference. That's the big difference.
Even at the height that you're at now, still, that's No, that's commendable for real. 'Cause a lot of people forget like where they started. Sometimes they just go to their head.
And that's called ego. Ego is called edging. It stands for edging God out. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Once God leaves the building, ego comes in. Ego is me walking in and saying, I'm NuFace. Young Jock know me. I'm on the list. You know what I'm saying? I've been in places where people behind me I'm like not on the list, or they just don't know. And they like, nah. And then there's people behind me like fighting security. Like, nah, that's NuFace. Like, I'd rather him go in than me, and then or them not knowing, and then the artist will come get me or go in the back door, and I'm leaving out the artist, and I see that same security, and it's been times like, man, I didn't know you was like NuFace, like my bad, I just didn't know, and I treat it, I'd be like, nah, you just didn't know, I don't treat it. One of the 4 agreements is never take anything personal.
Right, they just doing their job.
Yeah, they just doing their job, but that's led me to BT, LA red carpet, like on media carpet, where that's one of those security was like, oh, he good. Like, you know,
because they'll remember if you played cool, but they'll remember you really just tweaked out, like
Right. It's been people be like, man, I just didn't know, and we got the best relationship now.
Yeah,
like
just because you stay cool.
Yeah, because
you understand everybody got a job to do.
And every time, just do your. And I say that too, like get your job. I made the right call, and I'll wait. And if I'm not meant to be in there, I'm cool with that. Like. The goal was to go to the show. Yeah. All this shit is bigger than me. Like this is being in the room is the win. That's why NuFace was there. Means that like being in the room is the win. Everything else is for the culture. Like this is like money. I can't take it with me. This is gonna be in a museum, and my kids are gonna be able to forward that and work that.
Like how you spoke that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is for. But
yeah,
I won already. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man. Let me get some horns for that, man. Nah, for sure.
At what point in your collecting did you realize like, okay, I'm gonna collect a certain amount of things, or I'm gonna collect everything? Because at this point it seemed like you it's nothing you don't got, right? So at what point did you know it's like, okay, a museum, this is bigger than my living room. Like this is gonna be bigger than having this shit in some closet and some crates.
Just when people come over my house, bro, like. My house is a museum, like literally, like
that's where part 2 gotta be at, man.
Yeah, it literally. So imagine, like, I lived in apartments before, and the regular janitor might come, and the plumber or the cable man, and they just need to fix his table, and then they walk in, and I just see their face like, what the fuck, like, And I'm like, bro, the TV's right here. Like, but they just
Like, yeah, focus,
they
nigga,
get lost.
focus.
Yeah,
they like what? And so I'm a tour guide now. I'm
Yeah.
explaining to him.
You got to make sure he stay put.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
you
get back
over
to
here.
this. And then it's like I can't. And now at this point, I don't want to leave because now you done seen how much valuable shit. Now I'm
shit. Yeah.
Or and the same thing even with like dating. Like imagine a female coming over, like, and they see like this shit is like. So I'm tour guide again.
Right.
So people would see that, and then they was like, "Oh, well, we got this exhibit." And then it came to the point where they were doing. T.I. was putting out his album called Dime Trap, celebrating 10 years of trap music. And so he bought this building, and they were going to do a pop up. This was supposed to be a pop up. This pop up is a trap music museum. Multiple people hit the team and was like, "There's no way y'all can kind of, shout out to Maya Bailey at City of Ink. A lot of people mentioned my name. It was like, NuFace, you can't do this without him. I know he got this. So that's easy. Trap music went in my collection. Me and my daughter got all the Gucci shit, T.I., Future, Jeezy, all trap. Every magazine, T.I., Gucci, every trap was artist on, went up there, laid it all on the floor, still got the picture, and T.I. was like, damn, like you really was there. Like, and the OG room, all my collection was in there. Now they're celebrating 7 years, but my stuff was on display there, and that was the moment where it clicked. Like, okay, we're in that era of like nostalgia and museum, and hip hop is now part of that thing.
Yeah.
So once I did that, then it was 2020. I got with Red Bull. I had a good relationship with them, and they invested and sponsored this event called Nostalgia. That's my other brand. I'm NuFace.
Like, yeah. That perfect timing. How did you get the name NuFace?
So I went to college, moved off campus, got an apartment, 3 roommates, come home, my apartment is on fire.
What?
My roommate said he was cooking French fries.
Grease fire. He
Grease
threw water
fire.
on it like a
All
dickhead.
right, matey.
Whatever.
Damn.
So I'm coming home with my girl, and like I told y'all, people say I got a lot of shit or I got everything. Like I lost it all. Like, but some of the stuff is still saved. Like some of my cassette tapes you might open.
Got charred and it's burnt plastic.
It won't open up, or some of the basketball. So, and I'm a Detroit nigga. Like, that's like kind of fashion capital. So I had Gators, Coogee, Sweat Feelers. So I kind of had to start all over. So I was buying clothes from Goodwill, and then I was going to New York, buying clothes. New York. And they had Fubu and Nietzsche, Coogee, and I was bringing it back to Atlanta. I'm still new in Atlanta, so it's kind of a double entendre. NuFace, because I'm buying clothes in New York. I'm new in Atlanta, and new from brand Nubian and new, spelled new like Fubu, for us, by us. I'm selling to us. I'm selling multiple brand clothing to us, and that's kind of where it came from. And NuFace stands for Now Under Fashion, All Can Excel. At that point, because I was only clothes. And then now NuFace unites fashion, art, culture, and entertainment. That's what I do.
Whoa.
I unite it all. So it's like now I'm able to use that because I was making shirts with my name on it and with my daughter's name and writing catchphrases. I know I can, or if a rapper had a song and I was putting a verse on the shirt, and then it got to the people who was like, who make your shirt? And I was like, me, 'cause I was just painting on shirts like. Design, because I used to do it in high school. Iron on Bart with the afro, a Bugs Bunny with the afro. I used to sell those. So when I got here, it was an easy transition because I just didn't want to wear something nobody else did. So I was putting a NuFace on just Goodwill clothes. I was putting a NuFace on the shit that I got from Goodwill. And so that got to the point where I was making it for rappers, comedians. Shout out to Carlos, shout out to Ronnie Jordan, shout out to Nara, hosting comedians would wear my shit on stage. And then it got to music videos. First Ludacris video, Georgia with Field Mob, Little John with Nivea and Youngbloods. You will see shirts that I made in the video, and that's kind of where it came from. People know before, So before all this hip hop stuff, I was just like kind of the clothes nigga, like selling clothes and shit like that. So that's kind of where that came from.
That's hard. That's hard.
And one of my most valuable lessons from that, like I said, I was a Detroit nigga hustling, money in the shoebox type shit. So like I had probably about $11,000 in the shoebox, and so I'm like, damn, shit, I'm looking for my money. like I'm looking for some money. So imagine me and my girl like really like picking up $100 bit. Like I didn't know where I was a lot of places, but I'm like my room was here. The second floor is down here now, but where my bed was at,
That was a bad fire.
yeah, like it came
Damn.
down. So it's like I found some of the money. So imagine like, I go to the Federal Reserve. Imagine they going through your life saving because I remember the lady saying, long as that strip is in the $100 bill, they'll just replace it.
Yeah, they'll take it and give you the first bill.
Yeah, so imagine me just finding bills like they're like this one's good, that one's not, this one's good. Watching my whole like already less than half of what I knew I had up there, but going to the Federal Reserve and watching your whole shit just deplete like this and just walking out with what they left me with was like, damn, okay. So I used that money to go to New York and buy, the clothes that I was flipping and selling and shit like that. So that's kind of where that all come hand in hand. So it's like a triple entendre. Put a new face on it. New York, NuFace, new in Atlanta, new stuff on the
Federal Reserve to get the new faces.
Facts.
Hey, that's hard.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, facts.
damn.
So out of your collection, what's what you think piece is the most valuable, and what is that piece?
I go from valuable from personal. But personally, we got the Afeni Shakur XXL signed to me and my daughter. My daughter used to go to Tupac's kid camp, and so they taught creative writing, dance, poetry. So I had an opportunity to be with Tupac's mom, essentially. Like, this is who was teaching my daughters. They went there, and every year, and I was able to go to the screening of the Resurrection movie and sit with her at Magic Johnson Theater, and that's where I got the autograph at. But like her family and Pac's family, and she just taught me so much valuable lessons, like even about not disciplining my children like the ways we grew up with, from the beating and shit like that. But like, she told me if Pac got in trouble, she would put a book in front of him, or the Black Panther booklets, or the encyclopedia. So the Pac that we get is because of the punishment. So like, if my daughters got in trouble, I never had to physically beat any of my daughters. They got in trouble, I was gonna take their phone, the younger ones, but they just knew that they was about to start reading books. And like, full circle, like my daughter Karma's got a 4.8 GPA, got a full ride at Hampton University, and I'm not gonna put it all in that, but she's smart as fuck.
Yeah.
She read a lot. Like, I remember coming home and she did something at school, and I told her, like, because her name is Karma, like I wanted her to realize what karma was about, and that's when my life changed, when I named her Karma. Like, I only want to put out good karma in the world, but I want to show her what her name means. She did something that I was like, nah, this gonna come back to you. But when I went in the room, she was under the covers and just had a stack of books, and I was like, see, that's the lesson right there. Like, you know what to do now if
That's
you get in
hard.
trouble.
Back to the fire. What do you think? What do you know for a fact was in the fire? Anything that you know for a fact that was lost in the fire?
Man, I used to buy feelers so much. Like, Detroit was big on feelers.
Yeah.
And I had like, because my father was in the military, so like I'm one of them niggas that, I had a bunch of clothes, and every hanger is facing the same way. Every hanger, like, I'm a OCD nigga. Like, I know if somebody was in my house, I know if something was moved, I know if a towel, like, I know. So I had so many clothes. I had, Rolex, like, I was just shit, like material shit. And that's when it hit me. Like, that's why I have this attitude, like, whatever happens, I'm okay with it, because I lost it all. And I'm able to, like, to be where I'm at now, and people know me and say things like, NuFace got everything. Like, they don't know that part, but for them to think that is like God showing me, like, stop being so materialistic. Like, and I was a materialistic ass nigga. Like, I was all about money. Like, the reason that money was there was because I enrolled in Clark Atlanta University, and I was with a bunch of hustlers, and they was like, let's put a competition together, see who was the first to come up with $10,000. Like, we didn't have no job. I mean, I worked at Kroger's, but first one to come with $10,000, I was the one. Hustling. I was going to Lenox Mall, statute of limitation. I was a booster. I would come back selling this shit at Clark Atlanta University. I'm a skinny nigga. I would go in the the fitting room and would walk out, and I look normal because I'm,
Yeah.
But I'm coming back lacing up the whole campus or the whole dorm. Like I got the Adidas, I got these right here, I got this, and then I had the Kroger hustle. Then I was, bootlegging the VHS tapes and renting out movies and had the store. Like money was all I really was on. Like nothing else. Like I don't even remember class. Like I remember I was going, but can't remember. Like I took Arabic. I took Arabic, and that's really the only thing that I remember vividly is those Arabic classes because I still speak it, inshallah. But those are I don't remember class.
Yeah.
So I just remember the relationships. Like when I got there, like imagine being there and you're in the lunchroom and there's 3 guys DJing and realizing they splitting $150, but this is DJ Drama, this is Don Cannon, this is Sense. They eventually go on to do affiliates, but seeing Drama, I got before his DJ Drama, before his first one, like head honcho, he still had dreads and he was DJing at Marco's Pita, like at Clark Atlanta University, and then there's a spot named Steagles, like it's wing on wheat, and like my buddy Phil would go get wing on wheat. Like we had Uber back then. Like I sent my dude to get the order and he'd go deliver it at another room. Like everything, but to be there for DJ Drama, like during that whole thing and to see where he at now and then go to Dreamville when he did the Dreamville. And I'm right there with Wayno as Wayno saying, yo, you just won a Grammy for the Tyler album, to be there for that moment and to be up there for the celebration of Gangsta Grill. And I'm on stage at Dreamville. Shout out to Lake for that opportunity and Clay Evans. But this is Lil Wayne, this is Jeezy, this was T.I. And I'm just like, and I'm in North.
NuFace was there.
Yeah, like and that's all I want to be. Like it wasn't like I couldn't accept it no other way. But it's just those relationships that somebody made it possible for me. And like I'll never forget like T.I. saying like, how can we help you with your brand and help what you're doing and everything like that. And initially, like money was not my answer. Mine was like access, like being in the room and like many opportunities. Him and Clay back at State Farm or back at any venue, and if they seen me, and he was always like the team first. Like Tip was one of the one rapper that I seen like the entourage go, and I'm making sure like I know who with me, and then if he seen me, oh yeah, he with us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And they did that for me. They provided me the access. You know what I'm saying? So that's the again relationships. Yeah. How do we get to that point? What do you do to provide a value to where for T.I. to say what can we do? And every time it's mutual. It's love and respect, and to be able to work Trap City Cafe and and Trap and Bankhead Seafood to see his success. It's the reason why. It's nigga a solid nigga, bro.
Wow. Oh.
And that's why I don't stop. People's like, when how you motivate you, like I being with Rick Ross, like, you know what I'm saying, and seeing they up by M's on their way to a beat, still outside every day, like hustling like it ain't nothing. What I look like taking off, like, you know what I'm saying, what I look like
for real
stopping, like I don't have a job, so everything is a hustle. Like,
and I was told he's very punctual.
Yeah.
The crazy part is you definitely was punctual as well. Call me early as like way before the song. Like damn.
I seen artists be late. I work with artists that are late. I know, and I mean 85 South Show. I work with a lot of podcasts, so it's just like, how does the episode go when a nigga's late? Like it throws everything. It might be another episode and not somebody like I just seen all that. So I try, you know what I'm saying? And I'm conscious, and my intention is to always be there early because they say if you on time, you late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you get there at the set time, you technically late.
We've seen a documentary, I don't know if you've seen it, Deion Sanders, his own son was like, what, on time, I think, or 5:01.
Yeah.
He said, but no, meeting was at 5. You need to be at 4:45. He sent his son, I don't know if it was son, but it was somebody on the team like, you can leave. You late.
Yeah.
You late.
Nah, for real.
So it's like, I'm gonna be on time, but I'm also make it memorable when I'm in the room. Like we always say, first impressions are your last. Like I'm the dude that's known for taking pictures. So, and a lot of people take pictures with me, which is I'm still adjusting to it. But I'm like, dang, like what if I'm the one like no pictures? Like what I look like saying no or because I'm known for that.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. So I take every picture and like, oh, you want to do it? Like I'm just open to it because it was a time where I wasn't invited to shit. Like I paid my way in. You know what I'm saying? I bought the ticket and didn't give a fuck about the backstage, none of that. Being there was the win. So now it's like full circle. Now I'm paid, or I'm paid to appear, or paid or invited to multiple things where I'm saying, dang, it's physically impossible to do all this shit in one day. Because Atlanta is a city where this shit is popping every day.
Man,
and sometimes 3 times, and sometimes I do make it, to multiple, but it's sometimes you're like, no, I'm staying home. It's just too much. Like sometimes it just get overbearing. Like it's just and you have to choose that. That's part of my self-care too, is choosing sometimes just saying no.
And just chill.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, sometimes if I go to these events, I hope the security say you ain't in the list or no more. All right, cool.
Because you're not even tripping. You
not
your
tripping.
own brand,
I
and
was
you've been outside this whole week.
Yeah,
Damn.
and they don't know that. And I realize that sometimes rejection is protection. I ain't meant to be in there, bro.
Well,
I've been rejected and not told not to go somewhere, not admitted somewhere, get home,
Something crazy.
something happened.
Yeah.
And it's on ATL Scoop, and I'm like, damn, I was almost there.
NuFace was almost there. Yeah,
this purple tape. This when people hear say and they say hip hop saved my life, they kind of mean like mentally. Like this tape right here literally saved my life, and that story is, I was with my friends and this tape was coming out, and I knew a tape store that albums back then come out on Tuesday, but I knew somebody, they were selling them on Monday. It was like illegal back then, but. So I needed a ride to the tape store to get the tape. But they said they were going to the east side of Detroit first, and then they would take me after. I was like, nah, I'll just catch the bus. So I caught the bus to the tape store, bought this tape, go to school, and everybody like, oh, how you get, like, this is when this shit first came out. Like, I remember that with the Chronic, and I remember that with this. Like, I was the coolest nigga in school because nobody had this. So that's why I'm saying how people was doing this, like, oh, like, passing around, and the teacher's like, man, what is that? Like, put that like, I was
causing
almost
a
like
disturbance.
Disruption.
before he put it in his desk. But so I'm on the bus, and I'm like, oh shit, let me call my niggas and see what happened. Like, man, and they end up getting like in a shootout, and the car totaled over. One person died, and the other person was like in a wheelchair. So it's like,
damn,
I could have been in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You was on your path, and you wouldn't let nobody take you off.
And that's why every time I've told Raekwon this once, twice, I'll say it every time. Like, this tape saved my life, nigga.
Yeah.
This tape saved my life. So literally, that's what I'm saying. So when I say hip hop saved my life, I mean literally. And that's the difference. Once again, you got fans, but I'm different, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a hip hop historian. It's not culture for you. It's life. Like, you was there when it started, from the beginning of hip hop to now. So, it's like you say, it's more than a culture. It's more than music. It's a part of you. Like, you're a part of it. Like, so how does that feel to be embraced by these certain individuals who laid the foundation for this culture?
Man,
like to be able to talk to Raekwon and even tell him that story. Like,
no, it's fulfilling as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But it's a prophecy. Like, I'm a master manifester, so like I kind of seen this, but I had to be ready for that moment. You know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of people want things, but they never. It's action. You can't just think you can do it. It had to be a way I can get in these rooms. So to hear that, at first I even ran from historian because I just thought about librarian, and you think of a librarian, you think old glasses, a nerd. So I was like, that's why I even say a hip hop hoarder, and people, because again, in my head, I'm putting NuFace on hoarding. Like, you walk in my house, you see the show Hoarder, and there's shit everywhere.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When the word hoarder to me is like junk.
Yeah.
This ain't what you got. That ain't junk. So
But I tried to put a NuFace on it, but multiple people was like, nah, you're not a hoarder, you historian. But I just ran from it because in my head, I'm thinking like
old, ancient. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Pockets, protector, and
that ain't too,
Nah, so I was like,
NuFace clean.
I want to be able to like be who I am truly and not be judged. Like, with any opportunity I work with anybody, I told somebody this other day, like, if a brand was like, well, you can't do this, that's not the brand I want to work for, because like I can't like be pigeonholed into not being able to do what I do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I even think that with radio. I think that, you know, multiple radio stations like reached out to me, and I would love to be on radio, but like they have these like Greg Street wasn't supposed to play Ludacris songs. You know why?
Nah.
Ludacris worked for Hot 107.9.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
Greg Street V103. This is competition. Greg Street went out of that and did that. Things like Fly Guy DC playing a Future song or a song multiple times, you're not supposed to do. Or DJ Drama, like Gangsta Grills.
Yeah, they're illegal.
But
They try to lock him up.
But other stations
they
can't
did.
play him because it's competition. It's like even the Biggie song, they can't say what's the Brewski Starsky or you know Funk Master Flex Blood Bug Starsky. Like the other station can't say
Because you promoting.
yeah, they bleep out Funk Flex.
Oh.
So I just always would think about that with me. It's like, all right, because I'm at nigga. You could watch my page and one day I'm gonna reshare from Streets 945, V103, Hot 107.9, like because I'm at multiple events. But if one of them stations say, "Well, yeah, you can't go to this,"
Yeah, NuFace is exclusive.
yeah,
to,
I'm an independent contractor, bro.
Right,
Like,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
how I want to be. And like, and it's respect to all of them, but and I just say that's for myself and my brand. When the same with come to my house to see the tape, like it's a couple things I'm gonna stand on, like or
sure.
just this opportunity is not for me. But I know that you can't go to Best Buy, you can't go to Amazon and buy none of this shit I got.
Yeah.
That's just it's not power, but it's just facts.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just stand on the thing because I've seen too many people. You know, you see the stories about contracts and I fucked bad deal and everything like that. So I'm just conscious of like being in control of at least my shit. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you want with your brand, but if I'm a part of your brand, it's only gonna be beneficial. Like shit. I'm for culture. Like I'm for us. Like you will not lose with me on your side, but I know there's restrictions, so I understand that. But I just can't stand on that side. I want to be at a sport. All my niggas, Lil Bankhead, fucking Flag at my age of Simone, you know, and Gigi, De Niro, and Solo, and Jock, and you know, I want to go to every one of their events. You know what I'm saying? So it was I remember it was a thing going on with the debate about, you know, it was what ATL Top 20 and Coalition DJs and artists versus DJs. Like I'm on everybody's side. Like you'll never see like picking sides because it's like family. You end up picking a side, then they click back up. Now you looking like the asshole.
Then
like,
that's what be happening with a lot of artists.
yeah. So no, y'all work through that shit. Now I got a lot of relationships where people had these issues and I even seen that Drama was commended Lake for that because he was like when Drama and Cannon was going through it, like it was always Lake saying, man, y'all should fix that up rather than throwing fire on it or like move on with it. Like, nah, you always just need that. Like whether you do or not, this is what I would like to see. So I'm always like that. I'll never, what's going on with so like, I seen him, like they'll tell me that shit, but I'm not, It's positivity is my goal. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I seen him, he's good. You know what I'm saying? And shit, you should holler at him, or I might just be on FaceTime and just like, nah, you know, whatever. But I'm just trying to invoke unity with any. It's division is not the lane that I want to be in. You know what I'm saying? So once they work it out, and it's been countless times. You know what I'm saying, that people have done that, and I'm like, even with Jeezy and Coach K, or a lot of people that Jeezy or Tip and Gucci. You know what I mean? Even Big Boy and Killer Mike had kind of, and I'm like, dang, like, but they worked it out, and I think that's the path that we on. Like I was there when when NWA broke up. We thought No Cube and Dr. Dre, and then they eventually hook up and they do Helter Skelter, and not like that's much better. Like the culture wins when we are together. I mean, we do get some great moments. Ether, and Jay-Z and Gucci versus Jeezy and all that. That's fun and all. And I mean, currently now we dealing with what Max B and the Jim Jones, and it's like Cameron. I love him standing on it. Like I don't want that he moving forward. I don't want him going back in. Like I don't want
even
him.
with
Like
him and Mace.
Everybody be at my son Jim neck like Jim wrong for just saying I'm good where I'm at. He's not wrong for saying that. He's just saying
he not gonna be your partner, but he also saying that it ain't no issue.
Yeah, like,
he
I'm
really
just gonna
not.
be over here, bro. Let them do what they doing over here,
yeah.
and that's basically the same thing Max is saying.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm over here doing what I'm doing. There's no problem. Jim is not physically saying there's no problem, but his basically what he telling you is I'm over here, bro. There's no problem.
Same, I
Like,
think with even Mano was like, you know, and this is my man. So if you and that's his stance because shit, Dave East went to the party. They like, you know what I'm saying. But he's like, I'm younger and I don't, you know, I'm just different. And he said I'm transparent. I went to gym first. So like, two things can be true and two things be cool. I'm with it, but the issue of just promoting that back and forth and you just pouring fire on it just so you can see a crash out. I can never get with that. You know what I'm saying? I can never get with that. They grown and mature, bro.
Yeah.
Like let that man get out of jail and prosper, bro. Get rich.
That man did every damn thing. He had the longest day. I didn't even know a day can be that long. He done did everything when he first got out.
Man, it's beautiful though. You know what he drama.
Another thing I wanted to ask, out of all your relationships, all the people you built rapport with, who would you say, and it doesn't have to be one person, but who would you say like you the closest to? Y'all just got the closest relationship with?
Probably Young Ralph.
Young
Ralph, Jug Man, Killer Mike, just because just the support, the unparalleled support, and I mean just to get a text message with, yo, you know, Killer Mike just shouted you out on Jimmy Fallon. Like,
oh wow,
like that's
love.
And
what you do it for?
And I wasn't there. That's taped in New. Like I'm not there. And Jimmy Fallon says, yo, what made you decide to drop a cassette tape? And for Mike to say, well, I got to shout out this collector from Atlanta named NuFace. He's a cool guy, and I got old cars, and that's priceless, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And to see him win a Grammy and be a part of that project, and be it him call me and say, can I get Fabo? And Fabo pull up, like that just that's just synergy, and that's just, I mean, I respect him to the utmost because he was there in the beginning, like, and for us to even take our daughters to college together, like his daughter go to the same college as mine, and they kind of met and built a relationship, but to be at the same college with our daughters after all we've been through and all he's been through is like, you know, I just definitely got to shout him out, and R.I.P. Clay Evans. For sure. Nate and Nard Hostin. It's just a lot of people. Like, not, I got survivor's remorse, not to the people that's still alive, but people that like believed in me that are no longer here anymore.
Dang.
Like,
to see the
like they like me on the Rock the Bells cruises because I was like, tag Rock the Bells and tag LL Cool J, and it's people that did, to where Bun B was like, I'm gonna have somebody call you, and LL Cool J was like, all right, shit. You telling me blowing my page, like we got him, like I got you, like and so, but it was people in those comments like Gangsta Boo from 3 6, like it's multiple people that was
just passed a few years ago.
It's people in the comments that just was like going hard for me, and they like no longer here. So it's like that's who I kind of do it for, and that's to answer that question. Besides Killer Mike and Ralph, things like that, and my personal partner Callie, like just kind of always there. You know, NuFace is there, but sometimes he on the passenger side of his best friend ride, and it's niggas like that, you know, that
sometimes NuFace can't always be there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and I gotta, you know,
that just shows everybody got a team. You gotta have a team.
It's always somebody. I mean, cause I put the post up the other day. I would hop on the MARTA. I'm on the scooter. People don't see me.
I seen that. I seen that, bro, and I was like, that shit stood out to me, man.
And I'm cool with that, but you ain't on the stage and you ain't back there with Monica and Brandy though. Like you might have been in the Bentley. You might have paid $1,000 for your ticket. You might have paid $100 for parking. I ain't paid none of that shit.
Yeah, yes.
I ain't paid none of that shit. And I still got. I'm with everybody, nigga. I'm riding like I'm there.
Yeah.
And didn't pay nothing.
Yeah.
So that's what I call social currency. Like I'm mentally
that's
rich.
star power, man.
Yeah.
So would you say you? So would you say you from the A?
No, yeah, I'm definitely.
No, I know, but like,
I'm ATLian for the
cause
I'm just
it's
not
like,
a Grady baby, but like they said, they grew here. I flew here.
Right,
But Gift will tell you, like, they niggas adopted me. Like, so it's ATL for life, and I'll never, you know, go on the side against it. You know what I'm saying? Forever I love Atlanta, you see? Just dropped this.
Yeah.
And my first autograph was Big Boy, and we just did the Hawks game. It was Outcast night. You know what I'm saying? So it's full circle. Like again, he's Big Boy on the record said, nigga, either you was there or you wasn't. Like NuFace, like building a brand that the people that I looked up to recognize is like the ultimate goal, and I won. Like you know what I'm saying?
You said that Big Boy was your first autograph. So having the person, so he really made you. He was the catalyst for who you are. So just to have him speak on your name and put you in the rap and solidify your name in the culture.
Big facts, yep. And you can't even pay for that type of like.
Hell no.
That's why I said this is all
That's one of the
God.
priceless moments. Like this shit, you probably had a feeling that you couldn't pay for ever again.
Yeah, and again to have the receipts. You know what I'm saying? To have somebody like
Definitely got the receipts.
You hear the stories, but like no, because I grow from the part with cards. You know, you need an somebody to authenticate it. You know, what's the word? But but I got the picture. Every autograph, I got the video, and I got the picture when a nigga signed it. So it's like it's no cap. Like
yeah.
Youngin say, it's no cap in my rap. Like you know what I'm saying?
Before we go, I need to see that shit.
No cap.
Hey, this shit crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, we got the Ice Cube, Mag, and KRS-One. This is
Damn, bruh. Like I remember
easy.
having a Barney one of these.
Yeah, those used to be cartoons.
So seeing what I'm seeing through this is fucking me up right now. Hold on.
This is like the first bootleg because they would do the scenes from the movie. So like if you watch that, they would sum up the movie. But this is different. That's some X-rated. Like that's the adult version.
This is.
And that's what the invitation out. They gave that to everybody that they wanted to invite to the party.
Pepper, Jack Dig. This is crazy.
He just celebrated and to be there, and you see his sign. He just did One Music Fest.
So what did he say when he? What did he say when he seen that?
How the fuck you still got that?
Exactly, because I know he probably don't even got one of them bitches. I know he don't even got one of them Jones. Yeah, I can't wait to come to your crib and see what you got for her. Yo, sit your horny self. Relax.
All right.
Hold on, bro. This
Then you gotta click it.
All right, so look, all right, cool. So you see the magazines that I got on the table, right? Those is from 2000. You know you can still smell a cologne that's in them joints.
Oh, the
little colognes that used to be in the middle of the joint. You can still smell it, bro. That shit fucked me up when I brought that. I said the magazines from 2000, and you can still smell it. You can still smell the joint.
I still got Jet magazines from '78.
From '78 with.
I got the.
I don't know. You too young for this one. I don't know. I'm just.
Time magazine type shit. But like Snoop said, man.
Like so you got the Chronic tape.
Yeah.
Like
not
bro,
autograph. That's my goal.
Me just being how much I love hip hop and the culture, like this tape and the Chronic is like when I found them those, it was like I felt like I was growing up in that time all over again, listening to them. It's like, oh, okay, I understand why Snoop was who he was.
When that dropped?
I'm born in '93 when this dropped.
So when you heard it,
so when I heard it, I'm 25, 26 in the crib, just on some like okay, you know the popular songs, but now it's like, no, let me go listen to the whole joint. So now I'm sitting there listening.
Don't even like I come from it where the first song on the radio was What's My Motherfucking Name, and then Deep Cover, he's a new artist, and Dr. Dre, who like I'm from that era, and I got kids, and DC Young Fly he attested, like I love because he's young, but that's why I don't get mad at people not knowing it. But like you said, from that experience, I wish I can be like, I wish I could have that moment. Like I'm envious.
Like you wish you could discover it 20 years after it's been out.
Yeah, people think I know. Man, my daughters put me on so many new artists that I'm like cool with now that I didn't know without them. Like I didn't know Lotto at first. Now but my daughter knew her. You know what I'm saying? And because she knew her, I took my daughter to the show, and my daughter on the stage and I didn't even know my daughter rap. Like she rapping for Lotto. My daughter just was like, record this. I'm thinking she just about to give her a hug. My daughter started freestyling for Lotto, and Lotto in the video. Like,
whoa!
I'm like, what the fuck? But now every time I see Lotto, it's like, how's your daughter's doing? Because she met my other daughter at the soccer game. So it's like,
oh man,
I'm never the nigga like, oh, I know every rapper. I know all this. I know like shit. Yeah. You see, Jid is on this cover. That's a new rapper. Like I'm still Jid. I got his autograph.
Yeah.
Joey Badass. We did the BET Awards together. So it's like I'm not that old head. Like back in my day, I don't listen to this new shit.
It'd be corny sometimes.
We just did G Herbo's album release party, and I was at NBA YoungBoy show. Like shit, we just did Playboy Cardi show Monday. Like,
Yeah.
and now I'm back in
Shout
Brandy
out
and
to
Monica.
my boy. I hate you, Ken. So I used to manage the DJ that's on. He DJ for one of the guys that's on that tour.
Oh,
So
word. See that?
facts.
Nah, it's love. Shout out to Swamp Izzo, Playboy DJ and
Swamp
Black
Izzo.
Boy. Yeah, that's family. But it's like, nah, I don't ever want to be that nigga that know it all. Then I'm done. You know, if you ain't growing, you dead. So
Yeah.
you ain't never gonna sell me. You know, but I've won December 10th. If this come out, I'm hosting hip hop trivia, facts only trivia.
So you
I
want-
won so many times that now I'm just gonna host a round.
Yeah.
So at Westside Motor Lounge, facts only trivia. I'll be giving away some of my collection or a starter code or just gifts for anybody to get the perfect round and whoever wins the whole game. But now I'm just hosting this shit because I don't want people used to think I was cheating. I would win like, you know, every time. And it would just be me. Like everybody else have a team. You gotta be cheating. All right, here go my phone. Y'all keep that. And I
Right,
still
exactly.
win. Like
Yeah.
won. But I don't think I'd be smart, but I just be random knowledge. I used to really read all this shit. So all this not useless information, but all this rap knowledge is just in my head, like bam. So that even when I do a post, it'd be like, this album came out 40 years ago or 20 years ago. The artist would be like, damn, I forgot. Like Tip, I don't remind him multiple times, like, damn, that's 21 years ago. Then they'll do a post, and that's what I do it for. I don't have to be like, oh, I told him and this and that. I did it for the culture. Like they know, or they'll just use my post and be like, shit, NuFace remind like Gip would do that all. Like he'd just repost my shit up. Like a lot of people give it up, and I don't care. Like I did it for the culture. I know when it came out, but I'm just reminding people, and then they'll just forget. And then I just see that's how my shit go viral because it's like I'm just showing love to people. Who don't want to share like love? You know what I'm saying?
Man, that sounds exactly like what we doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? Ant told me a few days ago, man, he was like, bro, you a black man giving other black men their flowers. Like, and it's like when you doing that, just off the strength, it's just like you can never lose.
And that's
exactly
that's
what
my
you've
life
been
hack.
doing. Yeah.
That's my Instagram hack. Like how I go viral. Like when I do a post. So I haven't bought clothes in 8 years. Like brands know I'm outside, so they'll look out for me. Start like so, but when I do a post, I might take a picture, but I'm next to the mayor, I'm next to Jeezy, but I post that post, but I'm tagging Paper Money, Giorgio's, Fila, Adidas, Butter ATL. If only they reshare the shit.
Yeah.
You know, I only got 100,000 followers, but now, you know, Noriega gonna repost it. That's 3 million. Carlos 85 South gonna put me on their page. That's 14 million. That's 42 million people that just done
seen
my little post. Damn. But it's because I'm tagging them. Everybody just it's love. It ain't about me. I'm just the race car in the race with all the logos on it. That's how I look at it. Like
but
I'm
some
the
NASCAR
flowers.
shit.
Like
Yeah.
I'm who don't want to say that? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's like my life hack with my post. Like right now I say 6-7 million views on my page in the last 2 weeks.
Damn, numbers.
And it's just me just posting what I post. But all them shits go viral a little bit.
I was about to say, do you remember like your first viral moment? Or one of them? Like, you remember
the Snoop Dogg episode on 85 South Show. And me being on when Method Man was on Drink Champs. That one went crazy.
Yeah.
Juvenile, Drink Champ, like anytime on somebody else's platform. Like Lou Will had me when he had Bow Wow, Jermaine Dupri, we in Magic City. I pull out my Bow Wow, like, and I had to Beware the Dog. Like I had just had like, he like, yo, what, like, but I'm like, you that nigga. Like I ain't gonna act like Bow Wow wasn't that nigga. I probably wasn't one of them teenage girls, but nigga,
right. Had the streets on lock.
Nah, you was that nigga.
Music, period.
Yeah.
And you a grown nigga, so he signed my Like Mike DVD, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and everything. So when he had the last
That DVD went platinum in my career.
So all the movies, lottery ticket.
one of the first kid rappers.
Yeah.
That's
And it's still popping. We just about the new tour.
Got tour, yeah, facts.
B2K and Pretty Ricky, and shout out to Crime Mob. We was bowling last night with Crime Mob, but and Jock and Franchise Boys. And so, you know what I'm saying? That's another tour.
And the Legends.
Yeah, so to be a part of that, and then we got 85 South Show at State Farm Arena on December 12th. That's family, you know what I'm saying? And that's always the fun show because it's Atlanta. We just did New Orleans. We did the Versus Part 2 because they did the Versus in No Limit and Cash Money.
Yeah, they just did that.
But everybody was like, nigga, Vegas,
Yeah, and then Wayne wasn't there. I ain't gonna
And
lie.
Wayne wasn't there.
Yeah.
And we didn't have Wayne, but we had Juvenile, we had Manny Fresh, we had KLC, we had Silk the Shocker, we had Mac, we had,
Yeah.
we had, and when it was in New Orleans. So to be there for that moment and I'm got my Cash Money and stuff and Manny Fresh and Bun B and Teddy, it's like, how does this nigga NuFace still have shit that we ain't signed yet? Like this nigga will pop up out of nothing. Like that's just a fun thing. Like, I'm
damn,
like
nigga, you
the
still
Where's
bringing
Waldo?
out shit we ain't. No, that's fast. That's
Where's
crazy.
Waldo of hip hop is what they say. Like this nigga just a pop up. Like say my name three
You know,
times.
you know, Narwhal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you literally like the black Narwhal.
There we see. Yeah, there we go.
That's
I say
hard.
I'm the first me, but I get it. People would say that. Yeah, you the black narwhal.
So do your magazine still come with subscription, or you just go out and buy them now?
No, yeah.
Go
Grocery
out and buy 'em?
stores, Barnes and
Grocery store?
Noble. Yeah.
So this is like, so what's your routine when it's like you wake up a certain day of the week and it's like, all right, this my day where I go buy magazines. This is the day I go.
My life is hip hop, bro. Like I'm saying, like we just did Monica Brandy, Playboy Cardi, what Burner Boys, no Gunners tomorrow, Burner Boys Monday, like rap shows and it's Atlanta. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just normal for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is normal. So it's no routine. It's like if I go to the store and I see this magazine, I'm picking it up. Like everything you see, I bought when it came out. Like nothing, like no retro, like even clothing, like none of this shit. Even besides, with the exception of shit that burned in the fire, be trying to rebuy it. But everything I got is the original shit, the first pressing. Most of my books, the first pressings and shit like that.
So I can't wait to see what the crib look like. Cause I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
got-
Say
you
part
gonna
two.
take me.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like a trip down memory lane for me. Cause all this stuff is all the music is like I'm a student of culture. Like I love it. So
It's gonna be that, but the goal is to have my own museum and a space to get this shit out of my house and house and high security. Because I did an exhibit. It was called Nostalgia. It was at it was called place called the Vault. It's right downtown. It was an old bank, and in 1910 they didn't even allow blacks to use this bank, but I filled it up. 90 years later with hip hop, the blackest genre, and in the Vault we put Cash Money and Dungeon Family stuff. But I had podcast interview Goody Mob and Red Bull, like to get a check from Red Bull, shout out to the Red Bull team, shout out to Brandon for the connection, but they gave me a check for $10K and that helped me fund staff and security. Trap Music Museum gave me cups, like it was a team. Killer Mike Kent, like it was just Greenwood Whiskey was a sponsor. They were supplying the whiskey, like this. I'm just me, like, you know what I'm saying. I did a GoFundMe recently for moving. Coach K, P from QC, like they were major factor. Tigger, like it's just multiple people that I can go down the list. It's like I didn't even think that they paid attention. You know what I'm saying? But to donate that much, you like, wow, I got to keep going, and I know it's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? DM yesterday, Walker was like, what was going on with that? And I sent him the link. Like, he was like, oh, I got you. Like I didn't tag him in that, so I'm like, how did, but just to get that demand and somebody like artists, like, what's your cash app? Like, you just do so much. And I'm like, what? Like Pastor Troy he was like, what's your cash app? He's like, you just do so much. I was like, I ain't. He's like, nah, man. And the next day, like, just to donate it. So it's like, I'm just trying to embrace that part of it. Like, I'm like that, because I do pay to get there, Uber and everything, but I feel like I'm investing me because I feel like
that's a part of your hustle.
I feel like I can make one move and I'm up. I'm super up. Like, or if it's down bad, I just, sell a collection or whatever. But that'll never happen. But I'm just saying, I'm one day away from being a millionaire.
Hell yeah.
Like,
have you got any offers to buy your whole collection before?
Somebody asked me, like multiple people asked me, and I tell people I don't look at this as money, so I never put a price on it because to me it's priceless, and I look at it as my grandchildren's stuff. So I have no authority over it, and it's the cultures. Like, you know what I'm saying? They about to open up a hip hop museum in the Bronx. I look at my stuff like that, and I have a goal to go to the High Museum, have an exhibit. I seen Virgil Abloh do an exhibit there, and then Swiss Beats invited me to the Giants exhibit with him and his wife Alicia Keys, and so to see people of color, because it's all started too with the museum is inspiration is going to a museum and they telling you this is Van Gogh and Rembrandt and Mona Lisa. None of them motherfuckers look like us. I didn't see nobody on the wall that I related to, and you seeing old statues, white niggas with their old balls and they naked and like,
Right.
but this is art and this is priceless. None of them
They
niggas-
told us it's fucking art.
Yeah, but they niggas
Bullshit.
didn't look like us. So I'm like, no, I'm about to just change the trajectory with my part with it, and I'm gonna put us on the wall, and I'm gonna put things that celebrate us on the wall, and celebrated people that look like me to show people what's possible. And
It's
that's
literally
what
deeper than
inspiration-
rap.
Yeah,
No pun intended.
much deeper. Shit, deeper than that. Shit, we did Monica. I do R&B too now. This is Monica, Miss Thing, autographed by her and Dallas Austin.
Yeah, that's why I said it's culture more than just hip hop. It's a culture at this point.
So I can't wait for part 2, man. And congratulations on y'all journey. I'm looking
appreciate
forward to what y'all providing. But just know, like, I've seen the start of a lot of things, and while you're in the moment, you're like, damn, this is hard, and this is like I think we just did Grits and Egg on 85 South Show, and he talked about initially it was only him. His partner was sometimes talking in the background. They eventually had him on there, but he said eventually what used to happen was the camera would shut off after 12 minutes.
Yep.
So he would be getting up to do this, but he said, man, I just need you to come over here and every 12 minutes hit that button. And that's where it started from. Now you look at the success and that trajectory, it's like, yeah, we all start from this moment, but y'all further than a lot of people saying, man, I should start a podcast. So I just want to personally say congratulations on, making the first step. And y'all got episodes, you know what I'm saying? So that's a great start. You got a head start on a lot of people that's saying where y'all probably was 2 years ago before this even happened. Like, man, I want to do this. Nah, just do it. Cause it's times where I'm an introvert, bro. Like initially I don't like being outside. I was antisocial. Like I'm cool with all this, but that money was not coming to me. So I gotta go outside. And NuFace was there. I can't tell people what that is. I gotta show people what that is. So now people are saying it's official because NuFace was there. They make that up because I showed up for so many people. So now it's like, now the the reputation precedes me, and it's also positive. So that's what y'all got to keep showing up, because you don't, somebody gonna jump up in the next pot, like it's already saturated enough, but you got to find your footing in it. So y'all took this first step because it's 10% of people just ain't even bought the mic shit. They ain't bought the hard drive yet. They ain't even got to this point yet. So you just have to, take those moments to applaud yourself and where you're at in your journey. And when y'all up there, just invite me back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shit.
When you go up and iHeart or Black Effects or what the sky's the limit, or your own platform, just be able to
Hopefully
say
we gonna have
that,
those
like,
type of artists where we could call you and be like, yo, we got this artist, we need you to bring the bag out.
And I'm like the bruh man from Fifth Flow on like multiple podcasts. Like, and again, like what if 85 was like, I can't have you on here because you was on Drink Chaps? Then hey man, but no, every podcast, like I'm a I'm culture.
You're a necessity, you're valuable.
I'm culture. Like if you wouldn't, and you call me, that's the other part too, is that knowing your value. Like people call me, so I'm gonna set the price. I can set the price because I know my value, and a lot of people that's the hardest part about it. People know your value, they just hope that you don't. So it's like,
that shit too. They literally,
they clap for you all the way to you right there. Then you telling me, I've seen that a bunch of times. How much you charge to promote on my page? And I say my price. I never hear from them again. Never. And then they obey me too, man. You give me the whole spiel, man. You're a legend. I love what you're doing. I do the appreciate, love, respect. Then they hit me with the, man, listen to my song, OG. It's like, got me. And I put my price on it. Like I know how to get rid of them or not. Some people be like, man, I thought it would have been more. And I set the price high. Like, it's all a lesson, but I just know now I got a lot of rich friends like, man, just don't do nothing for free anymore. So I'm always with that. What's the budget? Or what can I get out of it? Because a lot of people want to say, I want to build with you, but all I see is my bricks. I never I never see how you helping me. Like, I want to be a part of you should start a podcast. All right, who are you? Like, let's say you got 163 followers and you got one post, and like, I don't.
It has to be a leverage.
Equally yoked, bro. Like, and I'm that's why I pull up to things like this, is because this is one, I'm creating my digital footprint. Like, I know Egyptians and hieroglyphics. I'm from that era, and they wrote on the pyramid walls and everything. So once this is out, I got this. Y'all got the phones. What you gonna sign? But I still got this. I still can play a VCR tape. Y'all got Big Brother cut y'all phone off. Streaming what? Billion streams where, nigga?
Yes, no, you right.
You better
Yeah.
print these out and go to the store and sell them, and you're gonna make more money, man.
Yeah.
$20 versus 99 cents or $9.99 a month, and you got every song in the world versus $10. But people,
Hand over fist.
yeah,
Literally physically.
$20.
Yeah.
And you break bread with the retailer, and you get the rest. No middleman either. But we learning this occur. We bringing back those in stores. So you know what I'm saying. So support physical copies. Support TLE podcast.
Talk about it.
Support the brand, and you know it's official now, man. And salute to everybody that
Nah,
probably
it's
was in
official,
chat.
'cause why
Thank
it's
you, bro.
official though?
I ain't gonna
Cause
lie, we
NuFace
needed
hit.
that, bro.
Hey, man,
I ain't
for sure.
NuFace hit.
Thank
That made
you,
it
bro,
official.
for real.
Appreciate y'all, man. And if y'all got that, and put that somewhere.
Oh,
nah,
for
yeah,
sure,
There
for
you
sure.
go.
That
That's
motherfucker
Put that, you
going
say
on
you
the
gonna put
wall.
on the
That
TLE
motherfucker-
sign. Put it on the sign.
Yeah, on the sign.
Wherever.
Put it on the
Yeah.
sign. Facts.
Casa Sukasa, man. But thanks for the
facts.
invite. Love and respect.
Part two.
Forever I love Atlanta.
Part
Coming
two.
soon.
Yeah.
That was hard, bro.